I'm going to prioritise getting Connor's team ready to scale today.
Yeah.
What do you think about smashing US with cold calls?
Why I don't know.
No. Just like normal cold calls.
Obviously, I prefer to scrub the list because they're really fancy getting a 10 grand fine, but
Yeah. I just don't know if
I think they're very receptive if you get mobile numbers.
Yeah, I just don't know if we need to. I just don't know if we're doing too much by going into US straight away.
It's the same way we jumped into trying to hit all of the markets and then we closed like one client outside of our typical shit, which is solar and heat pumps or renewables. I mean,
What's going on?
Not much. Teams all set out, ready to go. Just caught up with Ryan this morning. He's excited about Leeds. We're getting an upsell today. So we just got a call in 2 hours' time because his operations manager's sick. Everything's repopulating, so everything's sound. So we just got 158 leads to call through that I've given her for my new cold one to book in. Lewis is on my call booked, but where it's been repopulated from other people, so he's booking in those people for himself. I've then repopulated a follow-up call from other people into his pipeline for him to call. He's got 3 calls he's trying to close today that I've got that are all uploaded. Everything's sound. All the submissions that needs to confirm upload, that's sound. They're all catching up. I've got a few calls back to back this morning, in which
Mr. Bell.
How we doing, mate?
Mate, I'm ill.
Feel like shit still, yeah.
Mate, I was sound yesterday, and then today, I just became very ill again. Okay, so how are we getting on? So those calls you did last night, were they for like was that new BD as well?
No, candidates. I'm working on those roles.
Okay,
So
are we making progress then, yeah?
Yeah, so those email campaigns, they're not running. They've sent like between 2 of this, like 9 emails have been sent. Is that because those email accounts are already in use through LinkedIn?
I think the emails that you've given me, I think those ones are like already in campaigns as well.
Yeah, I think they are.
So they're just not prioritizing that at all. Yeah, they are. He will be using them. Yeah. So what I might do is I might just add in. Should I just add in the higher ones as well? Nah, be sound. It's only sending like because there's only 100 people in the email campaign. It will send 1 email per. We've got 200 emails. It will send 1 email per email account.
Exactly, because that's the difference, isn't it? It's not BD, so it's not mass. It's not really targeting. So we need specific people. So when we're doing those kind of campaigns, let's just use the higher ones. But I did quite a bit through LinkedIn yesterday. I had about 5 or 6 conversations. But yeah, I think if we can get those campaigns running with the higher emails, then we're winning. And then also, I'll keep doing outreach on BD and
yeah, just log into mine, Dan's, and Connor's accounts and just start smashing it.
Yeah, I spoke to one guy yesterday who's perfect for one of the roles. So ideally, by the end of today or the end of Monday, I'll have someone for the set.
Why don't you set up another account like Harrison Bell and just have like just like Harrison Bell and just have like a different profile picture and just make it not seem like you, and then use those extra connections. That's what this guy called Scott had, like 4 accounts, and he just used all of them to like smash his connections each day. Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon it would be nice to get another job on next week as well. And if we've got 4 to work on, then just get some email campaigns out and start bashing it.
Yeah, just let me know if you need any more email campaigns going out.
Yeah, I reckon I need 1 more. So I'm going to build that this morning. It's going to be a bit of a bigger one, so we can use the higher emails on that.
Yeah.
Because it's Central States and East Coast as well, so it's like half of the US.
So guys, top of the morning, feeling very ill today, but I'm still at it. Might have to take a nap in a sec. Don't know what's happened. Like yesterday I felt absolutely fine, and then today I felt much worse again. But I've been sort of like I've been a bit ill, but I was worse 2 years ago, was better yesterday, and then today I'm even worse. So I don't know if that's because I went to the gym or God knows. But yeah, not an ideal one for a Friday. not an ideal one. Right, so I've got the food cooking, got a new whiteboard as well. Love that, you probably see that in some videos. But I've got the steak cooking, got some sourdough bread as well. It's looking good, looking good. My biggest pet peeve at the minute is having to constantly get auth codes and passwords from other people. I use 1Pass, which makes it easier with like aggregating all the passwords, but constantly getting auth codes from my business partner and other people is so annoying. It's the most annoying thing I've ever had in my life. So guys, been a bit of a weird one today. Been really ill, so I've just been sleeping pretty much, like maybe past 2 hours. I've been working, but not been at full capacity, as you can probably tell from my last videos. It's and obviously, as you know, it's really important to rest up, get yourself well so you can continue working. I mean, I was ill the other day, literally 2 days ago, and I slept throughout the day, and I just stayed up all night. So I'll sleep, get rejuvenated, and then I'll just work when I'm awake, you know? So I don't really care when I'm asleep or I'm awake, because I'm not necessarily tied. I'm not necessarily constrained by my time at the moment, which is a relatively fortunate position to be in. So just gonna crack on with my work at the minute. What am I focusing on? Right now I'm focusing on getting all of the pitch decks ready for Monday. On Monday, we're going to do a massive ramp up with our sales team. So we're going to be hiring lots and lots of salespeople. And what I've realized with hiring salespeople is it actually becomes very easy to get good talent when you give them a good offer, right? Just have a good brief, which makes yourself look like an authority. You have a testimonial from other people who have worked at your organization, and shows that, you know, you guys are making money. Give them a really good offer, and something exciting to go after, which is new, you know, that shiny object. And a good closer will take it. You know, if you give them a great offer, which is much better than what they're currently getting, you're going to attract great closers. And good closers as well, they don't really necessarily care about being commission only if they're actually that good. They just want to make sure that they're actually going to make money from it, which is the main thing. Also, something else that I forgot is that I'm trying to work on my VSL right now. So I'm working on my VSL, and I am trying to get that all dialed in. I feel like I've been lacking a little bit on my VSLs. I really want to make sure that I'm creating good content, and I want to make sure I'm doing that as well for YouTube and stuff like that, because I feel like bad content or content that's just lazy, you can just tell that it's lazy, you know. And I'm a sucker for lazy content because I love volume. I love just getting more out there, but I need to be more focused on creating good quality content and giving good quality advice, rather than just sending out throwaway clips of me just chatting absolute bollocks. So I wanted to do a bit of a time lapse here to encapsulate the Dubai skyline as the sun is setting. But this is the day after, I believe, and I'm still a bit ill, feeling a bit better. But I think when you're an entrepreneur, if you really love what you do, you know, you're going to work either way. I think that's the key. I remember working jobs and stuff like that and never wanting to go in. But ever since I became an entrepreneur and like work for myself, you know, there's not a day that I don't want to work, you know, even when I'm bedbound and ill, which I have been for the past week. I want to talk about something very interesting, and it's a part of this resource that I'm building out on my VSL sheet. But basically, one of our new customers has come to us, and they were they had a leads problem, right? And they showed me some of their conversion metrics. So they had 127 leads bought, 61 opportunities from that, so half of them were contactable, 23 surveys booked, so about a 1 in 5.5, and they closed one deal, right? And off the top of your head, you would think, oh, that's a leads problem, right? They're procuring leads at £65, got 127, they've only closed one. That's a leads problem. But when you actually look at it, it's like they booked 23 surveys, which is 1 in 5.5, which is slightly on the lower side, but nevertheless, they got 23 surveys booked and they only closed one deal. So that's a 1 in 23. So what's 1 in 23? So that's a 4% close rate. So 4% close rate sounds to me like there's a heavy sales issue there. And a lot of people will come to you for leads and stuff like that and dress it up as a leads issue, but they're only just gonna have the same problem when they come to you because they're just dressing up the actual problem, which is actually the sales process. And that can lead to great upsells as well if you understand this concept. But when people come to you, get these numbers down because you can really just show them like, look, you have a sales process issue, not a leads issue. And then you're not gonna get the same problems that the person who provided them leads before had. Right, so I'll give you a visual example. Here is their current close rate at 4%. So 4% close rate out of 23 surveys is 1 sale, and their cost per acquisition is 8.2K, right? Which means that they have to close 2 more deals to even make profit off of that 1 leads campaign. Now, like I said before, it looks on the face of it as a leads issue, but it's actually not, it's a sales issue. Because if you just improve the close rate to 17%, right, which is what you'd expect from an average closer, they get 4 sales and then their cost per acquisition becomes 2K per deal, which, you know, on an average solar deal, they would probably make around 4K. And that's after every expense and all that sort of stuff. So if they're spending 2K to acquire a customer that's, you know, roughly 10 to 12K, but they're making 4K profit, then that's actually scalable. This 17% close rate is actually scalable. And I know some companies actually budget in 2K to their cost per acquisition, but what you'd expect from an optimized campaign, which is 26% close rate, which isn't actually that much to us, to be honest with you. They'll be getting 6 sales, but you know, if you bump that up to 30% close rate, that'll be 7 sales, which decreases it even more. But let's just go with 6 sales at 26%. They've got a cost per acquisition of 1.3K, which is less than 10% budgeted marketing spend on a 10 to 12K solar system. So as soon as you increase the close rate numbers, these cost per acquisition numbers increase massively, right? And like I said before, this is actually scalable at the 2K mark. So as you can see here, the main issue is the sales, and it's not the leads issue, which a lot of these companies will come to you with a quote unquote leads issue, but it's actually not. So lots of upsells to be had there. Something else that's key as well is that, like, if you ever want to find anything out about how to achieve a specific function within your business or something of that nature, then just look at the people who have already done it. Like, it's so simple. Like, for example, if you want to, and I mean, you can do it on a macro level, you can do it on a micro level, just to achieve a specific function. You can do it to achieve a multi-million-dollar company. It's all sort of what you're looking at, but a good reference for this is Sam Walton. Sam Walton is the founder of Walmart. He's actually dead now, but he was notoriously known for stealing other people's ideas. And obviously, you know, it sounds a bit cynical, but not saying it stealing other people's ideas in that sense, but stealing other people's ideas in the sense of taking what they've already done, using it to fast forward your growth, and then you use that to use for yourself and make it even better, right? And success leaves clues at the end of the day. So that's been one really good point as well that has absolutely propelled my growth. Looking at what competitors are doing, what people further ahead than me doing, what a mentor's doing, and it's usually throwaway comments as well. But yeah, I hope this one helps.